In this video, we are looking at the M2 MacBook Air, and I'm very excited to unbox this for you guys. The reason why I bought the MacBook Air instead of the MacBook Pro is because I saved $500 for the exact same specs. This thing, it comes with 16 gigabytes of RAM, 1 terabyte of SSD storage internal, and it also comes with the 10-core GPU. If I got the exact same specs for the MacBook Pro 14-inch, it would have been $500 more expensive. I ended up getting what I feel like a really good price for the exact same thing. And I have also an SD card reader for like making videos and stuff like that. So this is the perfect machine. It's a bit more portable, a bit more smaller than the MacBook Pro, and it'll offer all the same stuff, and the M2 chip is as good as it gets, so it'll still be able to run all the basic stuff like Adobe Creative Suite with Premiere Pro, Lightroom, Photoshop. It's the perfect machine for what I'm looking for. This altogether was about $2,900. It was quite expensive, but because of you guys, I've been able to afford this because of the consistent flow of views and stuff. You know, I've been able to achieve these sorts of things, and I work 2 other jobs as well, so I work very hard for everything that I get, you know, and if you work hard too, you can definitely get yourself the top MacBook Air, you know. I hope this sort of message isn't as, you know, I'm this almighty person that can just get everything I want. It's sort of like I've really worked for it, and I hope that message spreads across where it's like your work ethic will get you things that you want. You got to go out there, you've got to earn it. So let's open this MacBook Air in good faith. Let's go! I'm very excited, man. Oh man, you never get old with that. It never gets old with that sort of thing, with the smooth sort of opening. Also, I haven't mentioned that I'm upgrading from my last laptop, which is a 2015 MacBook Pro. This is 8 years old and it's still running, but there are a few issues there, like the internal fan. Luckily with the MacBook Air, it doesn't have like internal cooling with the fan, so fan noise isn't an issue, which was an issue with this MacBook Pro. The only thing it was missing, of course, is the SD card reader, but like I've said, I got that SD card reader for like $70, so for the same specs, you know, I've saved a couple $100 in that way. So, you know, you're saving a good amount of money and you're still getting great specs with the M2 chip. It's absolutely worth it. All right, let's have a look. It's so small. Damn, this is so small and compact. Might I say, the cable for this is like this really nice braided cable. It is such an upgrade, the original MacBooks, where, you know, I had to replace this cable like 2 or 3 times. So actually getting this braided cable is like perfect, and hopefully it lasts a lot longer than the previous generation of cables. Of course, I haven't had a new MacBook since the 2015 model, so obviously they've changed it around a lot and stuff like that. Do get a few Apple stickers, of course. You know, we got a few startup options over here. So it shows you everything it comes with. It's gonna come with the headphone jack, MagSafe, and Thunderbolt USB. We'll go into some of the basics of actually setting up this MacBook Air for you guys, because I'm wanting to help you guys to know what it's like actually setting one of these up as well. I feel like that would be a fantastic help. All right, this also comes with this charger as well. So I believe this is the basic one, which is something like 30 watts, I think. So this is the 35 watt charger. Now you can get, you know, better ones with the 60 watts and stuff like that, but that's the basics. So yeah, that's everything inside the box. So what we're getting is, you know, the actual MacBook Air. We got a braided cable, which is a massive plus. We do get the charging dock, which is the 35 watts. We got some Apple stickers. I'm just excited and extremely grateful to be in this situation where I can unbox this for you guys. I'm genuinely happy right now. This is what you guys came to see. Let's just delve right into it. All right. Such a smooth unboxing experience, man. And they sort of went economically friendly as well for the environment with all the packaging. Like, it's all cardboard, barely any plastics. so it's always good for the environment. This is the midnight black version, and let me tell you guys, this is definitely the best looking MacBook Air there is on the market. Things I'm noticing straight away, one, the color. I'm loving the color, like I've already said. And the back, as you can see, they have these nice pads. As you can see on my older model, the pads actually fell off. And I didn't like the silver in the end. It scratched and it showed all the markings, as you can see. So getting the midnight black, a huge plus to me because it doesn't show dust as much and all that sort of stuff. As you can see, sort of finger marks are there, but we can get covers for that. Overall, it's a really nice design. I'm really liking it. Let's have a look. Let's open it up. Ooh. Wow, look at that. That is nice. It smells nice too, actually. Ooh. It smells like brand new car. When you get a brand new car, it kind of smells like that. Oh, dude. There's a couple of things I'm loving straight away about this design. It's just so nice. So the bezels, like how it sort of comes around the screen is really nice. This sort of matte finish, but the metal sort of feels really nice on your hands. Now on the keyboard, we've got a couple of extras here. We do have this touchpad here that has Touch ID on it. So if I touch it, it should hopefully turn on. See, with the MacBook Air, there's only the headphone jack, and then on the other side, you've actually got two USB Type-C outputs. So if you wanted the Pro model, maybe that's better, but I like how the braided cable actually matches the color of the MacBook Air as well. That's a nice touch. And this MacBook charger also comes with a dual output, so you can charge maybe your iPhone as well. There we go, we got the red light, so that's good. Oh, and it lights up straight away. And the loading is pretty quick. So pretty much straight away when you get one, you pretty much just need to plug it in on charge and it will pretty much turn on. And we have the beautiful screen where it has like the hello stuff on it. I love it. Let's press the spacebar and you go into this menu where it's gonna probably tell you what language you are. So we're gonna go English and you're off to the next page. And then you just select your country or region. I'm in Australia, which is also explaining the prices of why everything was like $3,000. In America, that's gonna be like, I don't know, 1,500 or so. Now, oh, we've got a couple of accessibility options here, which is really good. So if you have some sort of disability or something, like if you're vision impaired, motor skills impaired, hearing impaired, or you have some cognitive difficulties, let's say that, we've also got that. I am not going to show you my internet password today. Also, by the way, this keypad, like, it just feels really nice. So let's just get a quick, like, sort of thing with this where you can actually hear what it sounds like. That just sounds really like satisfying to me, those sounds, and I'm really happy with that. So it has this migration assistant. Let's say you've got like an iMac, which is behind me, or if you have like another MacBook Pro or something like that, you can actually migrate your data from your other devices onto this. I'm actually gonna skip that if I can. So you pretty much just do the usual where you just sign in to email, find your country, all that sort of stuff. So it connects to stuff like your Apple ID account and iTunes and all sorts as well. And now we pretty much just get to set up this computer account. So I can set up using my full name and account name and create a new password for this. Yeah, each Apple device seems to just have a different device password every time you come into the login details. It doesn't seem like you can create like a thing where you just have an overall computer account where you can just switch from each device and transfer across. It's sort of like if you get a new computer, it looks like you just have to create a brand new computer account each time. One thing I haven't talked about is actually the bezel again. So I do like this bezel, but it just looks so smooth how that webcam just comes out like that. The newer designs, like if we compare to the older design of how it looks, that's how the older one looks. And you see how much more updated it looks? It just looks 10 times better, a lot better with the bezel. And obviously this is the MacBook Pro And this is a 13-inch MacBook Pro. So the MacBook Air is a little bit smaller, but I prefer it like this. It looks a bit more compact and a bit nicer overall. So I'm very, very happy. So this is my brand new Mac, and I can customize all these settings. So I can enable location settings or not, turn it all off. I'm just gonna have everything on there, and hopefully this means that I can just go straight in now and set it all up. So now I have to set up Touch ID as well. So let's continue with that and put my fingerprint on the Touch ID. So it looks like it takes quite a little bit of time to actually do this. It's really cool. I like this animation where I think they do this 10 times. So every single time that you put it on, it's more accurate every single time. And now it's ready. So it took about a couple of times, but after that it's pretty much good to go. And we're in. We're finally in. Oh my gosh. I actually really like this background of the MacBook Air. Like, that background is absolutely beautiful, but we can have a look at some of the other backgrounds that it has on the device. You can actually customize your home screen as you go. You can actually go into your battery settings and look at some different things here as well. So right now we're on the battery settings. It actually has like battery health data. So just in case, for example, your battery is sort of running low of like charge and stuff, you can actually take it into Apple, get it replaced and stuff like that as well. We've also got a low power mode as well. So that is how bright the screen is at full brightness. And this is at the lowest brightness. As you can see, you can hardly see the screen. So now we can go into our wallpaper settings and have a look at some of these different sort of wallpapers. So they've got this one, which is really nice. So like a cool Illustrator sort of look as well. You can download sort of all these different backgrounds too as well. So you can download via the cloud. And we've got light and dark ones. So this is during the daytime, and at nighttime it will actually transfer into a darker sort of background as well. So that's quite cool. We've also got some of the desktop ones there as well. And we got some of the basic colors as well, so you can change that to black. I really liked this sort of darker looking one. That was quite a nice one. I kind of like those colors because blue is my favorite color, so gonna keep it on that. We can put this in sort of dark mode as well in the background, or we can actually change that to sort of light mode, or we have dynamic mode where it sort of mixes the both, and I'm guessing that changes whether it's like day or night, which is pretty cool. With display mode, we've also got different brightness options there as well. And we can change sort of like our text settings. So if you need to change your resolution of text, you can make it like really large text. Let's say, because you have like eyesight problems and stuff like that, you can actually make the text a bit larger there. Yeah, you can also go into your desktop and dock options, and you know, we can actually change, like, let's say the menu bar and it says in full screen only, or you could change to on desktop only. So that's actually the top panel, what you're controlling, and then you have the windows and apps. And of course we can actually turn off Siri. So I don't necessarily like having Siri on, so there's a way to actually be able to turn it off there, which is really good. We can actually show the percentage of charge with the control center. That's always a good tip, is to actually see it there, so it'll tell you that it has 8% charge. In the appearance options, we can turn it into dark mode, which is what everyone loves. So definitely changing that to dark mode. That's really good, and it looks really good. Or you can put it on auto. So if it's at night, it'll turn into dark mode. During the day, it'll keep it on the light mode. I'm gonna keep it on dark mode. I really like the look of dark mode the most. So one cool thing that I've done is I've gone into desktop and dock settings. You can go minimize windows into application icon. And basically when I go at the bottom, that's when those applications actually show up. So that's definitely one thing that I love to do with the MacBook Pro. And now when I'm not sort of using any apps or something like that, it sort of has this blank sort of screen. Also, another thing that's really cool that I just kind of discovered is you can go into your clock and it has this side panel, and that'll come up with sort of weather app, has date and time, has like all these different cool sort of apps where it has different clocks with different times and stuff. So I can actually go into my widgets and actually edit what's in this sort of side panel. But I'm going to try and figure out how to actually put it on my desktop screen to actually do that. So one of the things that I'm really enjoying right now as well is with that widget thing, it has this like cool effect where it has the widgets on the side of the different panels that you're using and it sort of floats there. All right, so after a bit of time of just messing around with this sort of MacBook, this is sort of how far I've gotten along with it. So basically, we've got these widgets on the side, which are really cool. So you can get like the notebook app. I haven't figured out how to put widgets actually on the desktop yet. So that's something to figure out in the future. Sort of figured out how to minimize these apps, and when I go to the bottom, that's when they pop up. We've installed Google Chrome, and now we are installing Adobe Creative Cloud right now as well. So that's going to be really great, and we're going to be ready to go. The webcam on this thing is actually really good quality. I can see straight away that, you know, it's actually decent quality. And we got all the funny effects still. So we still have like all the effects and stuff. Oh man, that's so much fun. You can have like a lot of fun with that. That's one thing I like about it. And I'm pretty sure with the webcam, you can do like the follow option and stuff like that. The good thing about signing into like external devices is you actually got this thing on your phone where you can just quickly sign into something and it's pretty much good to go. It's great. And of course, we've got this SD card reader, which is going to be fantastic sort of application as well that we can use externally, and you know, it's just saved us a whole bunch of money, so I'm very excited about that. When you turn on sync on Google Chrome, basically you can get all your data from your external devices such as my iMac and actually have it all here as well on this computer as well, so it makes things a lot easier. What I'll do eventually is do some proper tests and, you know, play around with the MacBook Air and tell you how it goes in a couple of weeks or maybe a month and see if there's any changes with it. But overall, really happy with this machine, what I've gotten today, and overall really good.